Hello, my name is Tanay Tiwari and welcome to Buzz This Week, a show that's here every week on time. Basically, just the opposite of your cab drivers, जो आपकी destination सुन के cab cancel कर देते हैं. हमारा उल्टा है. हमें आपकी destination पता है, memes and cricket news, और हम वो लेकर वापस आ गए. कभी cancel नहीं करते. And you don't need any OTP here either. On the show this week, Done London. When in Bangladesh, spin. Another week in Pakistan cricket and IPL 2022. Bigger and better. Wow, this England versus India series continues to surprise us, doesn't it? I mean, what did that Oval Test not have? Perhaps Rohit Sharma's critics? Rohit Sharma was doing everything right in this series. वो कार्ड नंबर डाल रहे थे, CVV डाल रहे थे, उनका ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं हो रहा था क्योंकि OTP नहीं आ रहा था. But then in that second innings of that Oval Test, the OTP came, the transaction happened, he scored his 8th Test stun, his first overseas century, and in what conditions, what fashion, what flair, what patience. Just the opposite of what we see in the white ball from Rohit Sharma. And he deserves all the praises, but this match had so many heroes. And rightly so, he won the Man of the Match award for this Test match. Another man though of this match was Shardul Thakur. I mean, कुछ है क्या कि आप अगर मुंबई से आते हो, आपके इनिशियल्स एसटी हैं, तो आपको ब्यूटीफुल ड्राइव्स खेलने हैं. I mean, Shardul Thakur straight drives, off drives, on drives were a treat to watch. और दोनों इनिंग्स में उन्होंने दिखा दिया कि उनके बैटिंग के दो पहलू हैं. जैसे द ग्रेट एसटी सचिन तेंदुलकर की बॉलिंग के दो पहलू थे, इनकी बैटिंग के दो पहलू हैं. He batted at a brisk pace in the first innings, held and was patient in the second one. And then with the ball, आदत है उनकी जो रूट का विकेट लेने की. Joe Root, who averages 132 against other bowlers in this series, averages almost close to nothing against Shardul Thakur, who's taken his wicket twice. Every time you needed something to happen in the game, Shardul Thakur was there. Then there was Jasprit Bumrah on the final day, जिन्होंने कहा पिच गया भाड़ में, मैं अपनी bowling करूँगा. Those beautiful Yorkers, this entire Indian bowling attack, big 10 wickets on the final day on what was a lifeless pitch. India won the test match and now have a 2-1 lead in this series. जिसका मतलब series हार तो बिल्कुल नहीं सकते. That is why it is done London, and Twitter lapped them up in praises. Although not all news was great news out of the Oval, as the Indian coaching staff, which was isolating after Indian head coach Ravi Shastri tested positive, later tested positive themselves, and which means they won't be able to take active participation in the series for the last test match and won't travel with the team to Manchester either. All that we wish for is for a very speedy recovery for all of them. Tell me you're in Bangladesh without telling me you're in Bangladesh. Yes, pace bowling, the moment it hears that you're headed to Bangladesh, cancels the trip. That's been the case in the recent T20 series in Bangladesh. First Australia, now New Zealand. At the time of recording this episode, the series stands 2-1 in favour of Bangladesh. In the 3 T20Is, only 3 sixes have been hit, and those have come in just one game. The other two games have gone 6 less, which is a rarity in T20 cricket. But those are the kind of pitches that Bangladesh is preparing, and it's kind of entertaining to watch games there as well. New Zealand really struggling on those turning tracks though. Such is the nature of tracks in Bangladesh कि आप जिमी एंडरसन के हाथ में एक नई ड्यूक्स बॉल दे दो, he will run in, try and bowl an in swinger. जब तक वो बैट्समैन के पास पहुंचेगी, रविचंद्रन अश्विन की ऑफ स्पिनर हो जाएगी. पर इसमें भी अपना एक मजा है. Pakistan announced their squad for the T20 World Cup 2021 and sprung a surprise. They included the young wicketkeeper batsman Azam Khan ahead of the seasoned campaigner Sarfaraz Ahmed, while Asif Ali and Khushdil Shah also made a comeback to that squad. And then hours later, their head coach Misbah-ul Haq and their bowling coach Waqar Younis both resigned from their posts, stating biosecure bubbles fatigue as the reason. The replacements were ready. Saqlain Mushtaq and Abdul Razak will join the team as interim coaches in that New Zealand series in the build-up to the T20 World Cup. Ab time dekh lo. Depending on whenever you're watching this, the story may remain the same or may change completely. But that's the beauty of Pakistan cricket, right? That's why we love them so much. By God, मेरे से तो ना वो इंडिया पाकिस्तान गेम का वेट अब हो नहीं रहा है. Squads are gearing up for IPL 2021 while IPL is gearing up for a bigger and a better experience in 2022 as the BCCI floated tender documents for 2 new teams to be added to the IPL family come the 2022 season. All that you need is 3,000 to buy a team.
मस्त है यार, मैं भी करूँ क्या?
3,000 crores आपकी वर्थ होनी चाहिए, तब आप एलिजिबल होगे टीम खरीदने के लिए. That tender document itself costs 10 lakh rupees. The last time BCCI sold a franchise in IPL was for 1,700 crores to Sahara, the Pune Warriors, India. They've not sold a franchise after that, which means that cost may just go up by, some estimates say, maybe twice, which means the new teams may be as expensive as 3,400 crores. The 2 cities that are front runners in that race to become new IPL teams are Ahmedabad and Lucknow, which have great infrastructures, new stadiums, and also have fan bases that need some catering too. It's going to be very, very exciting. But which are the 2 teams that you'd like to see in the IPL as those new teams? Tell us using #BuzzThisWeek on Twitter. Your Buzz challenge this week is workload related. Indian fast bowlers ने बहुत bowling कर ली है इस test series में. Players like Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, they've bowled a lot. They have to bowl a lot come the IPL, then the T20 World Cup. उनका workload कम हो सकता है क्या? What are the changes to that pace attack that you would suggest to Team India? Tell us using #BuzzThisWeek, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. सब जगह हैं, भेज दो. आप भेजोगे, उसके बाद मैं अपना जवाब बताऊंगा आपको Twitter पे. That's all that we have for you in this episode of Buzz This Week. Until next week, well, not really next week. अभी ये वाला IPL साइकिल तो निकल गया, इसमें हम टीम खरीद नहीं पाएंगे. अगली बार कम से कम टेंडर डॉक्यूमेंट जितने पैसे तो जोड़ सकते हैं. क्या बोलते हो?